Nottinghamshire tried to make up for lost time on another rain-affected third day of their LV County Championship match with Derbyshire at Trent Bridge, with Michael Lum racing to his second century in his last two matches. The bad weather in the East Midlands had seen Derbyshire make it to 306 for 6 in their first innings as the third day got underway, and after this boundary from Michael Johnson, the visitors lost their way in the bowler-friendly conditions. Andre Adams got the ball rolling by finding the edge of Johnson's bat as he was caught at the wicket for 22. Tim Groenewald followed in the next over, Ricky Vessels holding on in the slips off the bowling of Paul Franks. David Wainwright then drove Franks to Ed Cowan in the covers as Derbyshire lost their ninth wicket, their last 7 falling for 72 runs. But the former Notts man Mark Foote, along with Mark Turner, blasted a further 54 runs for the last wicket. The frustrating partnership finally being ended by Samit Patel, who had Foote caught by a diving Vessels after the batsman had helped himself to 24 runs, one of the better scores of his career. So Derbyshire had got to a respectable 391. Vessels was in at the top in place of the out-of-sorts Alex Hales, who may soon be back though after Vessels took this blow on his thumb. He was forced to retire hurt, although the good news was that his thumb wasn't broken, and that brought the in-form Lum to the crease. He should have gone early this time, only for a couple of the slips to get in the way of each other to offer him a life. He and Cowan then settled in. First and foremost, they wanted to get the board moving quickly to try to earn as many batting bonus points as they could later, with the possibility that the captains would, overnight, discuss a target for Notts to chase on the last day. That was in the future though. Presently, Cowan, in his last game for the county, nicked Groenewald to Chesney Hughes just after he'd hit the same bowler for 3 successive 4s. So the home side lost their first wicket with 47 runs on the board. Lum struck 100 last week against Yorkshire in Scarborough, and he's hitting prime form at the moment with shots like this one, which helped him move to his third 50-plus score of the summer, this one coming off only 60 deliveries, an innings containing 9 4s. He converted his other 2 50s this season into hundreds. Nottinghamshire continued to press on with the sun finally out at Trent Bridge. James Taylor hit Wes Durston for a 6. Before he and Lum played in a positive manner late on during the day after another heavy rain shower had driven the players back off shortly after Cowan's dismissal. Lum in particular batted superbly once again. He had by now passed 500 championship runs this summer, something Taylor was also able to do before he was out to end this partnership on 121. Taylor made 40, but then played a ball from Groenewald back onto his stumps to depart with a total on 168 for 2. Derbyshire's own aspirations after being bowled out would have been to try to enforce a follow-on, but that was never on the cards as Lum eased to his third 100 of the season and his second in his last 2 matches. This had been a superb effort as he got to 3 figures off only 120 deliveries with 15 4s. It was more akin to a one-day innings really. Play went on until 7 o'clock, and before the end, Patel clipped a ball from Foote to Shivnarine Chanderpaul to go for 9. But Lum and Luke Fletcher saw out the remaining minutes to take their side to bed on 204 for 3, with Lum still there on 115, made it only just more than a run a ball. So the home side go into the last day trailing by 187 runs, with a decision now having to be made as to whether that day will be about the accumulation of bonus points or whether a target can be agreed. Both sides could really do with a win from this match for very different reasons.